I've been, both an employee working in a large corporation and a business owner, hiring other designers. But I think the reason that designers, what I remember, are struggling so much with that is because it's something that you can do from anywhere. So you feel like you're kind of always have access to doing the job, even if you are working, especially now with post-pandemic, everybody's working remotely. So there's no separation, no boundaries of, probably office and, personal life. So they kind of bleed into each other. But I think probably the largest or the biggest reason has a lot to do with setting boundaries and not being able to really say no. One of the things that I've learned is that I have to have kind of like a set schedule for when I'm actually going to be doing work for clients and when it's time for me to separate from work and have my personal life. And so I would say, regardless of if you are working for someone or if you're working for yourself or if you're freelancing, you have to have a structured kind of time that you're going to commit to doing work. From 8 or from 9 to 5 is when I'm going to give that time, or from 5 to 7, I'm going to work. And when you hit that 7, you have to set that hard boundary and stop and be able to give the rest of the time to your family and to your loved ones. Otherwise, you start to burn yourself out. And what I find is creativity suffers when you are burnt out. And I've burnt out a few times. So I say this from somebody who's been on the other side of burnout. You don't want to get to the point where you're working so much where you're not giving yourself the space to really recharge, because you're going to hit a wall at some point where your creativity is going to suffer and you're not going to even love your work anymore because you're giving too much of it at the sacrifice of yourself. And so to continue to enjoy your work, set those boundaries and set that time box of when you're going to work and when you're going to play, if you will, or just spend time with your loved ones. Not only will it help your relationships, it's going to continue to help you to be creative in your work.